Hello everybody. I just want to follow up on the previous video that I uploaded of my truck breaking down after 3,000 miles and only a month of usage. So originally I bought it from I purchased this from North Carolina. I flew over there and drove it back here to Louisiana. So well, what happened was on that Tuesday I was driving it to the airport and back, and took my son to school and back, and went to work in the late afternoon. So when I turned to that parking lot that you saw in the other video, I heard a popping sound. So I'm like, did I hit a rock or something? But there's no rocks over there. It just is a nothing over there. I didn't hit anything. So I looked down and I saw flashing lights on the shifter, and the brakes, I get no pressure from the brakes. So luckily I was on a level parking, so it stopped. It has enough fluid in there to stop the brakes. But I stopped. The engine was still running though. I tried to see what other noises I can hear and everything. So I popped the hood like you saw in the video and everything. But then after a while I found out that on the back there was a fluid. At first I didn't notice the wheel was coming out until later on. I looked down and see the alignment and everything. The wheel was popping out. So one of the back wheel, all four nuts came off. So it was late in the afternoon already. I couldn't call anybody. So then the next day, then I waited, and then the next day I called Toyota first. They told me to call. Toyota Care, and they contacted the dealership, my closest dealership that near to me, which is like about less than half a mile away. So they notified them, and I talked to them, and they asked me to bring it in. So I get the tow truck and brought it into Toyota dealership, and waited. They told me they don't have anybody to take a look at it right now. So I waited for the next day, which is on a Thursday. So Thursday the dealership can't call me back and say, hey, we're not gonna able to take a look at the truck until next week, next Wednesday. So I'm like, okay, you do what you have to do. So, but then the following day, which is on a Friday, the dealership called me back and said, well, Toyota engineer came down and they look at the truck, and it's verified that the engineer verified that one of the nuts from the hub inside the axle came off. It didn't torque it right, or somehow at the assembly line, and if one came off, the vibration from the roll causes the other three to come off later. So I'm like, this have never happened to anybody that I know of, that I see, or this is the first of its kind. So, and then they gave me more bad news. They don't have the parts. Toyota don't have the parts right now to ship it to the dealership until probably a month or so. And then they also informed me that, so when the parts get there, they have to replace the whole axle, everything that's related to it, the brakes, everything. Probably take another 2 weeks. So I'm out of it it's gonna probably takes about a month and a half, or maybe more. That's what they said. So I'm like, What can I do now? And they say just wait. Just wait for your truck to get fixed. So my concern was that I bought it brand new. I bought it, it's a 1794 off-road, and this happened. It's a $70,000 truck, and this happened. I mean, I was lucky enough to. It happened on a parking lot, and then I mean, I could be driving on the freeway, and then the tire just blew off, and then I get no brakes. I got my son or my family. I mean, this is a major deal, you know. And I don't think that I know anybody that happened to them like this with a brand new truck, you know. And plus, it has an off-road package. If you take this off-roading, I never took it off-roading. I mean, I drove it. Luckily, I was in the small city, so I drove it just small town road, you know. So, I mean, if I were to take it off-roading, I don't know how could this be an off-road truck. I mean, I have nothing against Toyota. I still love Toyota. I would buy a Toyota over any other truck. My mind is, I waited for about 2-3 years now. I mean, I could have put a trigger on a Toyota Tundra, the TRD Pro 2019, 2020, and then the 21, and then I waited for 2022, and this happened, which is I don't know. I need your what can I do right now other than wait? All right, thank you guys. If I have more updates, I'll update you guys. But you know, I was gonna do a video of me getting the truck, flew to North Carolina and get the truck and drove it back and all that. But I didn't get to do that video yet, and this happened. So, all right, if I have any updates, I'll update you guys.